Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing right now. I don't say this lightly. If you own gold or silver, you might be on the verge of a financial awakening or a financial mistake that could cost you tens of thousands. Markets are moving, governments are printing, and most people don't even realize that the value of their money is being quietly eroded. But silver is about to scream louder than ever before. And if you ignore this, you'll wake up one day wishing you had listened. Stop for a moment and really think about this. The world is moving faster than most people realize. Every day, money is being created out of thin air. Governments are printing like there's no tomorrow. And the average person is left watching, wondering why their savings aren't growing. Here's the brutal truth. If you are waiting for the economy to stabilize, if you are waiting for normal times, you're already behind. Because opportunity doesn't wait for you to be comfortable. Opportunity comes knocking when everyone else is panicking. And right now, there is a giant opportunity quietly emerging, one that most people will completely miss. It's easy to look at gold and silver and think of them as just another investment. But that's a mistake. These aren't just metals. They are real money. And unlike paper money, their value doesn't vanish when governments decide to print more cash. This is why wealthy people have always held on to precious metals. Not because it's flashy, not because it's trendy, but because it's real. When everything else seems uncertain. When currencies wobble, when markets crash, gold and silver are the anchors. They are the lifeboats in the storm that the majority of people refuse to see coming. The key difference between the wealthy and the average person isn't luck, it's awareness. The wealthy understand timing, they understand cycles, and they understand urgency. While most people are comfortable being safe, while they are waiting for a perfect moment that will never come, the smart money is already moving. The moment you recognize an opportunity, the moment you truly understand what's happening, is the moment that can define your financial future. And right now, that moment is here. You see, urgency is not about panic. It's not about acting without thinking. It's about recognizing a rare alignment in the market and having the courage and knowledge to act on it. Right now, silver is sitting quietly, almost unnoticed by the majority. While its value is being set up for something extraordinary, governments may try to manipulate, traders may try to control, but real money, physical money, always finds its level. The question is, will you be on the right side when that happens? Or will you watch from the sidelines, wondering why you didn't act sooner? Most people miss opportunities because they are distracted by fear or confusion. They are waiting for guarantees for certainty for someone else to give them permission to act. But that's exactly the problem. The world doesn't reward the hesitant. The world rewards those who see opportunity in the chaos, who understand that uncertainty is not a danger. It's a signal. Silver is sending signals. Gold is sending signals. And if you are paying attention, you can't ignore them. This is the kind of rare opportunity that doesn't come often. Imagine looking back a few years from now and realizing you had the chance to take action when silver was positioned for a significant move. Imagine knowing you could have protected your wealth, increased it, or even multiplied it. And you let the moment pass because you were comfortable because you waited. Comfort kills opportunity. Hesitation kills opportunity. The difference between financial freedom and financial regret is often measured in moments like this. The smart investor doesn't wait for the world to make sense. The smart investor recognizes that uncertainty is where fortunes are built. Silver is not just an investment. It is a tool, a hedge, a strategic weapon against inflation, currency devaluation, and economic instability. The urgent truth is that the majority of people will continue to ignore it, dismiss it, or treat it like a collectible instead of what it truly is, money that can protect and grow their wealth. Timing is everything. And timing requires awareness, courage, and decisiveness. Every day you wait, the world moves further ahead and the cost of hesitation grows. This is not a drill. This is not theory. This is happening right now. The patterns are clear, the signals are evident, and the opportunity is in front of you. What you choose to do or not do will have consequences far beyond today, far beyond this week, far beyond this year. So don't wait for confirmation. Don't wait for the headlines to catch up. Don't wait for someone else to tell you what you already know. Opportunity doesn't knock twice. And right now, silver, gold, and the principles of real money are sending a clear message. Prepare position and act. Because when the world finally catches on, it will be too late to enter. Quietly, the moment for financial awareness, the moment to protect and grow your wealth is now. The world is urgent. The world is moving. And only those who recognize the signals and act decisively will benefit from the enormous opportunity in front of them. Remember this, opportunity is never delayed, but it is always fleeting. The world rewards action, knowledge, and courage. And right now, Nothing represents that better than the rare, quiet, and urgent moment in silver. Most people think investing is about luck, timing the market, or hoping the right stock will go up. That's the story we are told from the day we start school. Study hard, get a good job, save money, and maybe, just maybe, one day you'll be financially secure. But here's the hard truth. That approach doesn't work anymore. Financial security isn't about luck. It's about education. And I'm not talking about degrees, certificates, or fancy titles. I'm talking about understanding money, understanding how it moves, how it grows, and most importantly, how it can be leveraged to your advantage. Real financial education starts with one simple idea. Knowledge is more valuable than money itself, because money can come and go. Money can disappear overnight through inflation, taxes, or poor decisions. But knowledge, when applied, creates a lifetime of opportunities. Understanding how markets work, understanding how wealth is preserved, and understanding how to identify undervalued assets, that is true power. And when it comes to precious metals like silver and gold, most people don't realize the education gap that exists. They see the metal, they see the price, but they don't see the strategy. They don't understand the timing, the positioning, and the leverage that can transform a small investment into a powerful shield and growth tool for wealth. Financial strategy is about more than buying and holding. It's about positioning yourself so that you can take advantage of opportunities while minimizing risk. This requires more than instinct. It requires knowledge, foresight, and planning. For example, understanding the relationship between paper currency and physical metals isn't optional, it's critical. When fiat currencies lose value, the smart investor doesn't panic. They move into real assets. They understand the cycles, the historical patterns, and the leverage points. They know when to buy, when to hold, and when to reposition. That's strategy. Most people invest blindly. They follow trends, listen to headlines, or buy what everyone else is buying. That's why they are vulnerable. That's why they get crushed when markets shift. Real strategy comes from thinking differently than the crowd, from seeing opportunities where others see risk, and from using your knowledge to act decisively. Precious metals are not speculative. They are tactical. They protect wealth, hedge against inflation, and create long-term stability in ways that few other assets can. But without education, even the smartest moves can fail. Education also means understanding leverage. Not in the risky, reckless sense, but in the sense that you can use what you already have to create more. Financially educated individuals understand that cash sitting in a bank may be safe, but it's also losing value. They know how to use assets like silver to not only preserve wealth, but to amplify it. They understand market signals, global trends, and monetary policies, and they translate that understanding into decisions that protect and grow their wealth. Most people ignore this because they don't have the tools to see it. That's why they remain average while others quietly build a foundation that will last a lifetime. Strategy also requires patience. It's not about quick wins or instant gratification. It's about understanding the long game. While the masses chase trends, the financially educated position themselves for compounding growth. They know that the right decision at the right time can create exponential benefits far beyond what a single trade or stock purchase could achieve. Precious metals are a perfect example. They may appear stagnant to the untrained eye, but for those who understand the cycles, the timing, and the strategic positioning, they are a powerhouse. They act as a hedge, a growth tool, and a shield against uncertainty. Another critical part of strategy is diversification within understanding. Owning assets blindly without comprehension is as risky as doing nothing at all. But when you understand the role each asset plays in your portfolio, you can structure your wealth to survive uncertainty and thrive in opportunity. Education allows you to see the bigger picture, global economies, monetary trends, market psychology, and to position yourself in a way that most people never even consider. That's the difference between being reactive and being proactive. Most people don't take the time to educate themselves because it requires effort, curiosity, and sometimes discomfort. It requires asking questions that challenge conventional wisdom and looking beyond what is comfortable. But those who do invest in their financial education are the ones who consistently make smarter, safer, and more profitable decisions. They don't follow the crowd, they lead themselves. They understand that strategy is not about following a trend. It's about anticipating it, positioning for it, and acting before everyone else even sees it. At the end of the day, financial education is what separates those struggle from those who thrive. Strategy is what turns knowledge into action, and together they are far more powerful than money alone. Precious metals like silver are not just assets. They are tools, instruments of financial intelligence. And when you combine them with education and strategy, you are no longer a spectator in the financial world. You are a participant with control, insight, and power. So don't underestimate the importance of learning. Don't underestimate the importance of planning. Don't underestimate the value of strategy, because the market doesn't wait for you to understand it. The opportunities are moving, the signals are there, and the choice is yours. Continue blindly like the majority, or educate yourself. Create strategy and position for success that can last a lifetime. Knowledge applied strategically is the most valuable currency you will ever hold, and it will reward you far beyond what money alone ever could. Most people think wealth is built slowly, carefully, and safely. They believe that if they wait long enough, make the right decisions, or follow conventional advice, money will come to them. They think that if they just save a little each month, invest carefully, and avoid mistakes, one day they'll be financially free. That's the story everyone is told, and it's a story designed to keep people average. The truth is far different. The difference between wealth and mediocrity is not luck. It's not timing, it's action. Waiting is comfortable. Action is uncomfortable, and the world rewards the uncomfortable. Waiting feels safe. You can convince yourself that it's wise to wait for the perfect moment. You can sit on the sidelines watching the markets, hoping that the trends become obvious, hoping that the risks disappear. But here's the reality. There is no perfect moment. Waiting is not a strategy, it's a trap. Opportunities don't wait for your comfort. They don't wait for your certainty. They move fast. And by the time the hesitant recognize the value of what's happening, the moment has passed. The financially intelligent understand this. They don't wait for permission, reassurance, or guarantees. They recognize opportunity, understand risk, and act decisively. That's the real difference between people who remain average and those who create wealth. Think about it. Most people fear taking action because they fear making a mistake. But here's the hard truth. Doing nothing is the greatest mistake of all. When you wait, the world moves on without you. Inflation silently erodes your savings. Markets shift, opportunities vanish. Wealth does not reward hesitation. It rewards courage, preparation, and the willingness to act while others hesitate. Precious metals like silver or gold are perfect examples. People may think, "I'll buy later," or "I'm not sure yet." By the time they make up their mind, the price has moved, the leverage has changed, and the advantage is gone. Waiting is the silent killer of potential. Action is not about being reckless. It's not about blindly jumping in. Action is about understanding, positioning, and then committing decisively. It's about recognizing that no decision is completely risk-free. But some decisions, if delayed, carry far greater risk, the risk of missing out entirely. Every day you wait, you give someone else the opportunity you could have had. Every moment you hesitate, the financially intelligent move ahead, building wealth, acquiring assets, and positioning themselves for long-term advantage. The world does not reward the cautious. It rewards the prepared and the bold. Here's the secret. Most people fail to seed. Action creates clarity. Waiting creates uncertainty. When you act, even if the outcome is not perfect, you learn, you adjust, and you gain experience that cannot be bought. Hesitation creates stagnation. Waiting produces regret. When it comes to financial opportunities, knowledge without action is useless. You can read every book, attend every seminar, and watch every market trend. But until you move, until you make a decision, nothing changes. Action is the bridge between knowledge and results. Timing is critical, and action is the tool that allows you to take advantage of timing. Look at history. Every major wealth-building opportunity has favored those who acted quickly and decisively. People who waited for perfection missed the moment. Those who acted intelligently, even amidst uncertainty, capitalized in ways that changed their financial lives forever. The same principle applies today. The signals are there, the indicators are clear, and the potential is enormous, but only for those who are willing to move. Most people confuse risk with danger. Risk is part of action. Danger is part of waiting. When you fail to act, the world changes around you. Inflation silently devalues your savings. Governments print more money. Markets shift. Opportunities in precious metals, real estate, or businesses don't wait. They move. If you wait for certainty, you will always be behind. Action allows you to manage risk intelligently, to position yourself strategically, and to create wealth that is insulated from the mistakes of inaction. Waiting guarantees stagnation. Action creates possibility. Another crucial point, action builds momentum. Once you move, the process accelerates. The first step is always the hardest. The first decision is always the scariest. But after that, clarity emerges. Learning accelerates. Opportunities multiply. You start seeing patterns that were invisible from the sidelines. You begin to understand markets, trends, and financial cycles in a way that waiting could never teach you. Action is how knowledge becomes power. Waiting ensures that knowledge remains unused. The masses will always choose waiting because it feels safe. They wait for confirmation, for consensus, for the green light that will never come. Meanwhile, wealth accumulates elsewhere. Those who understand action recognize that discomfort is temporary, but the rewards of timely action are permanent. If you are serious about creating real financial freedom, you cannot afford to wait for everyone else to understand what's happening. You must act when others hesitate. You must recognize opportunity, position yourself, and commit. Hesitation is the enemy of wealth. Action is the ally. Look at precious metals like silver. Today, many people are distracted by stocks, crypto, or sensational headlines. They are waiting for more information, waiting for confirmation, waiting for the right price. Meanwhile, those who understand action are quietly moving, acquiring, protecting, and positioning themselves. They know that wealth is not about predicting perfectly. It's about responding decisively when opportunity emerges. Waiting is passive. Action is active. And active participants are the ones who dominate wealth creation. The most successful people don't wait for luck. They create it. Every opportunity has a window, and those who act close the window of hesitation, they recognize that even imperfect action taken with intelligence produces far better results than perfect inaction. Waiting may feel comfortable, but it is a trap. Action may feel risky, but it is the only path to growth, protection, and financial freedom. At the core, this is the ultimate principle. Wealth favors the bold, the informed, and the decisive. Every moment spent waiting is a moment where the financially intelligent are moving forward. Every day of hesitation allows opportunity to pass by. Every delay is a cost you can never recover. Action is not just a choice, it is a responsibility. If you want to secure your financial future, to grow your assets, and to protect your wealth, you must act decisively and consistently. Waiting feels safe. It feels comfortable, but it is a lie. Waiting guarantees missed opportunities, lost time, and financial regret. Action, even in the face of uncertainty, guarantees learning momentum and the chance to shape your financial destiny. Every moment you hesitate, the world moves on without you. Every decision to act brings you closer to freedom, security, and growth. The choice is yours, continuing like the majority or take action like those who build real wealth. Action transforms knowledge into results, risk into opportunity, and uncertainty into financial power. Waiting accomplishes nothing. Action accomplishes everything. So here's the hard truth. If you already own gold or silver, you are sitting on a sleeping giant. And giants don't stay asleep forever. You have a choice. Watch from the sidelines as the opportunity passes or take action. Educate yourself and position yourself for what could be the most profitable move of your lifetime. Remember, wealth favors the bold, the informed, and the prepared. Don't wait for everyone else to figure it out. Silver is speaking right now. The question is, are you listening?